everybody, welcome to another episode of the After Work Anime Club. I am Luulu Soul. I am a digital illustrator / video gamer in my spare time, and I stream on Twitch. We also have with us...
Hey everybody, I'm Hatter. I'm a gamer and an anime fan, and I'm happy to be here.
And I am Yami Breck. I am a Twitch streamer, gamer, D&D player, artist, dream mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, parents. At least two of us are parents.
Yes. Well, yes. I am an actual parent, but I am also the
you're like stream mom.
Parent. Like, literally, a lot of people call me mom.
So, in case those of you watching us are wondering, today's episode is going to be current anime. So these are 3 anime shows. We have each chosen one that are currently airing in this season. This season is Winter Anime 2022.
Sounds right.
And if it's wrong, someone will let me know, I'm sure, and I appreciate that if you do. What we're going to do today is we have these 3 anime that we are going to be just talking about. We've watched 3 episodes of each one, and they are going to be My Dress-Up Darling, The Greatest Sage with the Weakest...
Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest.
That one. And Sasaki and Miyano.
Good job.
Each of us has suggested one of these, and the person who suggested it is going to talk about it. Then we're all going to talk about it, and in the meantime, you might even get to see some fan art in the background. So we're going to get started with My Dress-Up Darling, presented by Yami.
Alrighty. So, My Dress-Up Darling is about a boy who, in his childhood, he discovered his love of peanut dolls and was rejected by his friends for it. Like, ew, you're a boy, you're not supposed to like dolls. Ew. So he grows up feeling separate from other people while he's honing his craft for creating peanut dolls. He, I guess, is average at painting the faces, but is phenomenal at making the dresses. And then he meets a girl who wants him to make some dresses. Yeah.
I actually have one big question about this. Maybe one of the two of you can answer it for me.
Sure.
I think this is something that is supposed to be widely known, like in Japanese culture. I have no idea what a hina doll is. Even after watching some episodes, I don't know what they are.
A traditional Japanese doll, with the pretty traditional geisha kind of face and hairstyles and the clothing and all that. It's not meant to be played with. The hina doll is believed to protect the young girls in the family by carrying their illnesses and misfortunes for them. That's so sweet! Aww.
That is really cute.
Also, Hina Matsuri, also known as Girls' Day, also known as My Birthday. Yes. So my birthday is Girls' Day in Japan. It's March 3rd.
I had heard of Girls' Day and Children's Day in Korea. I didn't know it was a Japanese thing as well.
Oh yeah, Japan has holidays for all kinds of things. There's Girls' Day, there's Boys' Day, there's Children's Day, there's Parents' Day, there's Grandparents' Day.
The main reason I know about Girls' Day is because of Final Fantasy XIV, actually, and it holds an event for it.
Nice.
That makes sense.
But I enjoyed it a lot. One of the things I really liked was that even though he was chastised by a girl, he didn't stop liking dolls.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna avoid people now because
yeah, I'm just. What are people?
I mean, people suck, so that's fair.
I feel that. Oh my.
I really enjoyed it. I think I'm definitely going to watch past episode 3. I'm pretty sure I already have watched a little bit past episode 3. There is a dub coming out, so I don't know if it passes the watch it subbed vibe for me.
The dub right now is episode 1 and 2.
Okay.
Amelie, she is a English anime cover artist. She's also a voice actress and a VTuber known as the Multiverse Monarch.
Ooh.
And she voices Marin Kitagawa's English voice.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yes.
Her music's really good.
Yes, I love her. Speaking of the English cast, Wakana, like, my first comment on episode 1 is, wow, that's a deep voice.
So you've already watched some of the dub, then?
Yes, I watched the first 2 episodes, which are dubbed now, after watching what's currently out in the Japanese. And yeah, Wakana's voice is, like, really deep. Like, not ridiculously deep, but, like, I wasn't expecting that deep. Amelie did an excellent job as Marin.
So, we three grew up in what many would call the golden age of anime, I would say. We are quite used to a certain level of fan service in our TV shows.
I mean, some had more than others, but yeah, it was usually there.
Look, Love Hina had no chill.
Yeah.
That's
Really good.
But as adults, what do you guys think about some of the spicy bits? Wow, that didn't sound good. You get a lot of tits and ass.
You do.
Well, to expand on that, I wasn't expecting to see a ball gag in episode 2.
Is there really? Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'll admit, that was alright, that happened.
To clarify a little bit, the reason the female character of this anime needs the main character to make her clothing is she wants to be a cosplayer, and she's not good at sewing. She's horrible at sewing. She's like the worst.
So terrible.
The worst seamstress anyone has ever seen.
They
play it up that badly, but she's not great.
I mean, look, she has a book. She has a book.
Step-by-step guide.
She looks. She's looking through it with Wakana, and she's like, yeah, it shows you how to do this, and it shows you how to do this, and it shows you how to do this. You literally can't fail with it. And then they both realize, why can't she do this? Why can't I do this at the same time?
That was a good scene.
Yep.
But the big hook, boys and girls and theys and thems, is.
Can I say it?
You can say it. Go ahead.
It's an eroge.
Also known as a porn game.
Yes.
Or a hentai game.
Yes.
Speaking of none of that, I am going to pause this discussion because there is a joke that Yami and I meant to share with Hatter, and we had not yet. And we need to. It's very important.
Sure.
First of all, Hatter, we are so glad that you're here.
Yes.
Oh god.
We were very worried.
Very worried. Like, you don't even know. You can't even understand how worried we were about you. Why is that, Luulu?
See, we went to the fridge looking for a snack.
And you weren't there.
Yay. Terrible.
We've been waiting to use that since last week.
Yeah.
Dude, first off, one of you has no idea what I look like. Second off, rude.
Excuse. I have no idea who the number one person I'm simping after looks like. It doesn't matter.
That's a mood.
It's kind of a big part of demisexuality, actually.
Yeah, for real. Like,
no, right.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I've told him that. Like, I don't know what you look like. It doesn't matter. Cause I want you.
But also,
anyways.
like, Shark Boy.
Anyways. Going back to the animu.
Yes, the anime. So do we want to talk about each episode, or just how much do we want to talk about it?
Well, I wanted to go back a little bit to the sheer level of eroticism that happens.
Indeed.
As like a 30-something-year-old female watching an anime about two teenagers, I could use a little less of the simping, but I also think the show would not be what it is without it. Because
her passion. It's her passion for this character, for this game that she loves so much.
Well,
drives it.
I'm talking more about like when she is bending over and he is very obviously enjoying what he sees.
Okay. First off,
he's a teenage boy.
He is let's say, 15, 16, maybe 16, 17, I don't know, but he is a teenager who has never had any friends.
Yeah, let alone girls.
Yeah,
and that is the first time he has ever really interacted with a girl, and she is wearing a swimsuit.
Yes.
It is understandable that he was not okay.
Well, yeah, it's completely understandable, and that's kind of what I was going with. Like, the fact that they are teenagers, it is very natural. Like, that is something that could very, very realistically happen with two teenagers being in the same room like that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And kudos to Wakana for being a gentleman.
She's not making it easy for that poor boy.
She's not. She's gonna kill that boy.
I literally texted that to Luulu earlier that day.
His heart's gonna give out. Oh my god.
He is gonna murder this man.
Oh Jesus. Anyway, if I may make, no, let me do that. Let me do that later. No. Let's get it over with now since we're talking about this. So to compare it to another thing that I have been doing lately, which is a game called Blue Reflection, which makes me extremely uncomfortable in what the girls wear and the situations the girls are put in. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. The girls in that game are just being high school girls. They are not trying to be sexy at all. But the game is making them very, very sexy, and it's very, very uncomfortable.
Would it be safe to say that the female protagonist of My Dress Up Darling, whose name I cannot remember, would thoroughly enjoy the game you are currently playing?
I'm sure she would like it, but I think she would appreciate it. I don't know if it's exactly up her alley, but she would appreciate it, yes. Absolutely. But the difference between that and this is, I mean, yes, she is still an underage girl, but she's interacting with an underage boy, and she knows exactly what she's doing. She has every bit of autonomy of the things that she's doing and what she's choosing to, and how she's choosing to expose herself and whatnot. And that, for me, is leagues more tasteful than what that game does with those girls.
So I don't have a point of reference because I honestly had never even heard of Blue Reflection.
Yeah.
Blue Reflection until you mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Lulu has seen me play it.
I've seen you play a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. For reference, these are 15 years and less girls. When they're transformed, they're wearing literally gorgeous lingerie. Like the lingerie version of Sailor Moon costumes.
Yeah.
And if it's raining, her clothes get completely soaked. You see right through them. When she goes inside, they're still completely soaked. If she falls in a puddle, she gets completely soaked. At the end of the day, you can choose for her to do different things. One of the things you can choose for her to do is take a bath.
Of course.
And yeah, another thing you can choose is for her to stretch.
Yeah, they know what their target audience is. That doesn't make it any more comfortable, but...
No. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. Because, again, you can make your character sexy. Make them of age. And if you're not going... And I know that Marin is not of age, but, again, she's completely in control of everything that she does, as much as an anime character can be. But her character is in control of what she's doing. The characters in Blue Reflection are just trying to be high school students or just trying to save the world. Either way, they're not trying to be sexy.
Understandable.
So would you say that it's the difference for you might be just in general, like how, wow, words are hard, please use your words. The difference would be that the choice of bodily autonomy. It's not that necessarily them wearing the sexy lingerie is bad.
Yeah.
So much as it's the choices.
In Blue Reflection, you get these weird angles. You get all this stuff that you expect in a much dirtier game than what Blue Reflection is, because Blue Reflection is a very good game. It's a very entertaining game. It's a very pretty game. None of this should be in there. It really shouldn't. There's no reason for it. Versus Marin, she, again, yes, the autonomy is very important to me. She is a teenage girl. Look, teenage girls have fun. Like,
And I would say that, like, I could very easily see, like looking back at some of the anime that I was choosing to watch as a teenager myself, it completely tracks that she has discovered a way to get into these Arrow games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I am all for it.
They even bring it up.
I love it. Yeah. Like, girls are supposed to be into this, and why shouldn't we be?
It was that, but it was also like, hey, aren't these, like...
Age restricted?
Yeah, age restricted. How are you?
And she's like, yeah, maybe.
We don't talk about that. Let's
I
move
don't
on.
see how that's relevant to this conversation.
Yeah, that too.
Now
Yeah.
teach me how to make a ball gag.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, it makes it so much more tasteful for me that she knows what she's doing. She's doing it on purpose. It's
Well, to add on to
that's
that,
okay to me. Yes.
in most scenes, she is the one in full control of
She
everything
is.
going on.
Yes.
And I think I have a little bit of an issue about that too for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the whole gag of, oh, haha, men can't control themselves, so let's tease them. I've not been that hasn't aged well with me. But
I don't feel like that's what's happening here.
I also
But
don't
I
feel
agree
that.
with you. Yeah.
I will also say that I like the fact that these scenes make me as an adult feel uncomfortable, and one of the main reasons they make me feel uncomfortable is how awkward they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, she's bending over and you see a little bit too much, and he definitely sees a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is considered fan service, but when these things happened, it's almost like secondhand embarrassment cringy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I honestly think that's its saving grace, because these are, if as an adult we were watching a scene like that and it was done in a way that, oh, why is this attractive to me? I think then we would have a very big problem.
Right. And to add on to that, in every instance where she is in control, and he comments on this, she is in control. She knows what she's doing. She is so calm and just, she's got it. She's fine.
Except
It's like she's done this before.
but
She's not done this before. The one time she's not expecting a touch
Yeah.
somewhere. Oh my god.
and I think that's a little bit of revenge that she deserves for. She straight up puts her foot on this poor boy's head.
It was his thighs, but
It was
okay.
his thighs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought she put his
It
foot on
looked
his
like
head.
it was going to be his head. It looked like it was going to be
Oh,
his
okay.
head. But then he looks up and it's his thighs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had a comment. Whatever. I don't know. I had a comment somewhere and I don't see it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, one big thing though I do want to bring up is like one of these, what appears to be big themes about this show,
Yeah.
which is gender equality. It's okay for boys to like dolls,
Yes.
and Marin adds on to that. If you like something, what does it matter if you're a boy or a girl?
Yes.
That's good. I like this a lot.
You know what else doesn't matter? It doesn't matter how hot you are if you're a jerk.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Mhm.
And that's a very big point that is also brought up in the show. They're like, oh my gosh, she was smoking hot. She's like, yeah, now ask me if I care.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, I found it. My comment for that was, yes, ma'am.
You would.
Like, I'm not into that. I'm not. I promise I'm not. But at the same time, it's like, yes, ma'am. Yes. She's like, just measure the feet.
Oh, with
also,
the
Grandpa? Grandpa is MVP.
Grandpa's
oh my
a bro.
gosh.
Yeah, man.
I fully expected in that entire scene for him to come back and interrupt it, and was genuinely surprised that he didn't.
You're
You're just
"Well,
like,
good enough. We need
oh,
to
he's
have a
finally acting like a
conversation."
teenager.
Like, I was fully expecting that whole, he brought a girl home thing. And instead it's, what the fuck, are you playing a porn game? Why are you so into it?
Well, let me just leave you to your enjoyment, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he's a growing teenage boy. This makes sense.
Yeah, no, Grandpa was a bro.
He's great. Oh my god.
And I don't know how much I track onto this, but I will say, like, just from what I have been learning about similar situations lately over the years, I would say that I don't remember the names, guys. I'm horrible with names, but main character dude, main male protagonist, he exhibits a lot of neurodivergent behaviors, and I really like that as well.
Yes.
I mean, well, yeah, for one, he's never had a friend.
Well, that he has had a friend. She just shamed him into being terrified of people. I mean more in the sense of, like, our boy doesn't just, like, play this game. He plays it, he takes notes, he makes detailed diagrams. Like, he goes as energetically into preparing for this cosplay creation as he does into the creation of the dolls that he has been working on. Extreme hyper-focus.
Hyperfixation, yes, absolutely.
Hyperfixation. I can definitely see the Hina doll making be kind of a special interest.
That's fair.
For him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I like that. And I like that the quote weirdness of his character supposedly that does need to be addressed, but it's the fact that he's a boy that likes dolls, not the fact that, like, he's praised by the female protagonist by all of the work that he has done in regards to playing the game and everything.
Yeah, she praises him for his hard work.
Yeah, and then I have a comment on that. This is one.
Is it as bad as the last one?
It says, "I'm so happy I could be useful to you, mistress."
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
yep. It's
okay.
worse.
Like, that was literally the feeling that I got from him later when she's complimenting everything, and, like, he says, "I'm so happy I could be of use," and I'm like, "Oh, you're a service sub."
I mean, well, yeah. Look, they set up the dynamics of this real quick.
Yeah.
I do have a one sentence summary though.
Yes.
For this anime, and I have another one for one of the animes we're going to be talking about later. But my summary for this is when an extrovert adopts an introvert.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I have a comment for that. I wrote, "Come on, boy, I'ma show you the world."
Yeah,
when
basically.
she grabs his wrist and is like, "Come on, let's go. We're going shopping."
Yeah, I love that
I really
scene.
appreciated the I'm hiding from her, and she's just there. There is no escape.
And then she calls him out on it. It's like, if you're avoiding me, you need to stop and tell me what's wrong now, because if you don't want to hang out with me anymore, then you need to tell me.
Also, warning, there are mild spoilers for the anime that we have been watching if you have not seen them yet.
Well, we're
we
only talking about the
said-
first 3 episodes.
True.
Yeah, we made it very obvious. First 3 episodes, we're going to talk about them.
True.
Heck, I cut myself off so that I wouldn't talk about any episodes after this.
But speaking of which, is there anything else that we wanted to say about it?
I personally don't have anything to add on that hasn't already been said.
Okay.
I adore how accepting she is. I really do. I mean, after all of the sexy bits, after all of the master sub jabs, after all of the all of that, she is a truly accepting person. Like, if you're not a jerk, she's gonna accept you.
The erotic bits and the fan service are what attracts you, but the storyline is the reason it exists.
Yeah. And I mean, to go in line with that, I mean, a person can be into these degenerate subjects and be a super wholesome person still. I mean, I love to say that I'm part of the most wholesome community of degenerates in the world.
I like that.
Yes. But also, at the end of the third episode, they're looking through pictures of these gorgeous cosplayers and stuff, and
oh yeah,
Wakana makes a point to say,
I feel like that should be viewed by the audience.
Okay.
I love that scene. I know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's something that you need to see it.
Well, he makes a point of a thing. That will come back later, just so you know. And it's so heartwarming when it does.
Aw.
And that's it. That's that for me.
Well, yes?
Just as a quick interrupt. If it's not clear, guys, yeah, we recommend this. It's good. Go watch it.
Yeah!
I'd say it's fair that all three of us are going to continue this anime past the 3-episode rule.
Yes.
So yes, it passes the vibe check. That being said, if you are wondering where you can watch this anime, it is available on Funimation. It is where we watched it.
It is also Crunchyroll, I believe.
Oh, that's right. It is also on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hatter, I think you watched it on Crunchy, right?
Yep, I watched it on Crunchy.
And with that being said, that was our Dress Up Darling. Definitely passes the vibe check. And yeah, we're going to move on to the next anime, which will be introduced by Hatter.
Yeah. Alright, 1 second. So I chose the strongest sage with the weakest crest. And I'm going to literally read a plot summary because I have one available and I want to make sure I don't miss anything. His strength limited by the magical crest with which he was born, Matthias, the world's most powerful sage, his reincarnation is necessary to become the strongest of all. Upon his rebirth as a young boy, literally thousands of years later, Matthias is still to discover he's been born with the optimal crest for magical combat. Unfortunately, the world he's been born into has downgraded a bit when it comes to magic. Everyone thinks he's a failure, and it's up to him to prove everyone wrong as this world's strongest sage. And he is joined with two other characters, Alma and Luri, and he goes by Maddie, and they attend a magical high school. And that is a super, super vague bit of the first episode.
Yep.
And I started off really liking this series. I started off really enjoying it. It's a reincarnation, it's a power fantasy, and I have not been able to maintain that interest in the 3 episodes that I've watched.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not
I actually
great.
feel the opposite.
Really?
Like, if I didn't have to watch 3 episodes of this, I would have turned it off almost immediately, because immediately I'm like, okay, discount shield hero without the hard work, is what it felt like to me in the beginning, because I didn't read the plot synopsis, so I didn't realize that, oh, this kid is a reincarnation, blah 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 blah. So for me, going straight into it, it was just like, okay, he's perfect, and he didn't have to work for it. Of course, later we figure out he's the reincarnation of himself.
He did have to work for it. We didn't get to see any of that.
Yeah, well, the anime opens with the main character in his original life. It was not clear. So literally, I read that as I thought that we were going back in time. Like, we saw him as an adult, and then we skipped to the kid, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're back at the beginning.
We're gonna lead
so kind of like
up
a My Hero
to it.
situation, where like we know how it ends, but how does it get there?
Yeah, that's what I thought I was seeing.
You know what? If that had been the case, I think I would have been more invested in the anime.
Well, if there had also still been like
plot
growth as a character.
Yes.
Because spoilers, there is no feeling of conflict in the first 3 episodes.
Nope.
I think there's no sense that this character is capable of failure.
Nope.
I did not realize that it was possible for me to feel more sympathy for the bad guys and like the bad guys better than the heroes.
Yeah, like...
I feel really, really bad for the demons and monsters in this world.
You know who I feel bad for?
Who?
Go ahead.
The demon who had so little imagination that he just called himself Devillis.
But he got away with it.
It's like, what? Devillis is a demon? What?
But it's like they're, like I said, mild spoilers. What I remember, and I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, I'll admit it, I didn't finish episode 3.
That's honestly fine.
Literally, episode 3 is just yay dragons for me.
I got halfway into it, and I was just like, I've watched the same scene 3 times now.
Yeah.
Like, Matthias solves every problem on his own, is more powerful than literally everyone else in the kingdom that he's in.
Yeah.
As a 12-year-old.
Yep.
And like, yes, he's a reincarnation, he has all these memories, but like, there's no sense that he will fail at anything he does. He immediately becomes a special teacher at the school that he's attending because he's better than all the teachers. Like, and I understand. Again, yes, he knew all of this ancient magic stuff from like way in the past.
Well, not only that, but apparently the demons have been gaslighting humanity for centuries.
Well, that's really not that surprising.
Okay, but like, as far as we have been given, as much information as we have been given in these first 3 episodes is after infiltrating humanity, gaslighting them for centuries, they have convinced them not to use the super strong magic that had been used in the past to destroy them.
Basically.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything else?
Like everything good is bad and everything bad is good.
It's just...
Meanwhile, you have these dungeons, right? These dungeons full supposedly to brim of these super dangerous monsters that for centuries have done so little destruction that humanity has pretty much forgotten they existed.
Well, yeah, because the monsters don't leave the dungeons.
And the low-level monsters won't even attack you. You can pick them up and take them home as a pet. Or use them as target practice and mercilessly hunt them down for their remains.
Yep.
It's just...
Yeah.
And maybe the manga or the light novel are different. I don't really believe that, but I'm willing to put, that out there into the world. Maybe these things are different, but it's just not very good. And there are better reincarnation stories.
Yeah.
Like, give me, and now, what frustrates me the most, though, is it has potential. It really does have potential. Like, it's a perfect setup for oh, by the way, you think you're following the heroes, but you've been following the villains the whole time.
Yeah, like, there's a lot that could be done here.
Go ahead.
Like, I can tell you almost an anime that has almost this exact same plot, but I actually finished, and I enjoyed it a lot, which was the Misfit of Demon King Academy.
Oh,
I've
heard of it.
And I will say, again, flat out, it's a power fantasy. Like, the Demon King reincarnates himself for reasons I won't get into because they're plot related, is born to a peasant family, grows himself to full, teenager status in, 2 years, because, why not? I mean, I already did this once, I don't want to deal with all this already again. Is super thankful and appreciative of his peasant parents. Like, his dad makes him a sword for a sword fighting tournament, and he makes sure he uses it for the entire tournament.
Aww.
Just, stuff like that. It's almost the exact same setup, and the main character is, again, he's horrifically overpowered. There is very little sense of, actual conflict. But he's so much more likable.
Yeah.
I don't mind power fantasies if there is something else to keep my engagement.
Here.
Also, if I feel like it was earned. Like the rising of the shield hero.
I've still never seen that. I need to sit down and watch it.
Wait.
Dear God, it's so good.
Oh, you haven't seen Rising of the Shield Hero?
I've always meant to, and I've just never gotten around to it.
I adore it. The main character, without spoiling too much, the main character, well...
I will watch it. You just trust me on that.
But it is really good.
Anime we are talking about.
And well worth the watch. But yeah.
But yeah, so those are all of my thoughts on Strongest Sage. Like, if you're watching it, if you're enjoying it, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But
everybody is valid in what they enjoy.
You know what?
There's some other shows you might enjoy more.
The Strongest Sage would be a cute, like, we're gonna watch it episodically as it comes out. You know, I'm gonna sit around, like, with my kid, maybe.
I could absolutely see this appealing to a younger audience.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I would still have to have strong conversations with her about stuff. Like, I can't get over the fact that they're just mercilessly hunting down all of these demons and monsters and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Like, I really want, like, if I were to keep watching, and unfortunately I won't, but if I were to keep watching, I would really want to see something along the lines of, like, yeah, cool, we've been hunting down these demons and stuff, but as they go on their journeys, they discover that, like, okay, it's great that you were this amazing, powerful sage, but you almost wiped out multiple races of living, breathing societies, and they're just struggling to survive.
Because...
go ahead.
I was just going to say that's a really good point, because, I mean, he's been gone for thousands of years. The demons have been infiltrated for thousands of years. Like, everything is peaceful.
Yeah, they haven't done anything. Like,
well,
I can't...
To be fair, in that instance, we don't actually know almost any history of what is going on. We don't know if there have been, like, horrific demon attacks.
True.
We don't know.
We know that they're still enemies, but, like, even when the demons come to figure out what's going on, and they believe that they are winning the fight in, like, I think episode 2, or it might be episode 3. And then they're like, okay, human, like, I'm going to let you get away this time. And they try to run away. And he refuses to let them run away. And
that's... Look, if that happens, if that legit happens, I'd be on board with that.
Like, I will also point out that he literally comments at one point that he thought he wiped out the demon race.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
It's like, I thought I destroyed them all. So why are you trying to become more powerful? Like,
yeah, the whole I reincarnated myself to become more powerful. Why? You are horrifying.
It's like,
apparently the god.
It's like, this isn't a power fantasy anime. This is a power trip.
Yeah,
we're seeing the birth of a villain.
Yes, man. If that happens, I would keep watching for that.
Unfortunately, there has been no, like, hidden indications that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
That...
Well, yeah. But anyways.
I do have one more comment. One more comment, and just because I want to hear y'all cringe.
God damn it.
So the headmaster's little speech, when everybody gets accepted into the school, and he's like, "Look, I don't want to waste my time with a big long speech." And basically, the gist of what he says is, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what crest you have, as long as you work hard.
You know what? I give that to you.
But all right, fair enough.
I give that to you. You got that. You've got that.
Anyway, that's it.
I loved that, actually.
Anyways, yeah, those are all of my thoughts on Strongest Sage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about something. Let's talk about something else.
Okay, so
something adorable and wholesome.
I think it is safe to say Greatest Sage did not pass the vibe check. I didn't make it through 3 episodes. I think you guys did, but are either of you planning to continue watching it?
No. No.
If you are, for whatever reason, still curious about this anime, even to see, like, if what we said are true, and if you liked this anime, please let us know. Like, no shame. These are just our thoughts.
Absolutely.
It can be found on Funimation, and I think this one can also be found on Crunchyroll.
Yep, I watched it on Crunchy.
That being said, Hatter, you're right. We are going to move on to the next anime on our list.
mine.
And it's mine.
And I loved it. Thank you so much.
So the art's gonna pause for a minute because at this point you're in real time art, that which will hopefully have been changed by next episode. So Sasaki and Miyano, for whatever reason, it happens to be the most difficult to pronounce anime I have come across in a long time. But oh my gosh, it is so pure and beautiful.
When we're ready for it, I have another one. I have a 2-sentence descriptor for this one.
Ooh. So to
what
give
was
a
your 1-sentence descriptor for the last one?
Oh yeah,
The Strongest Babes? I don't have one. I wasn't invested enough.
TLDR, don't watch.
It's glorious. It's glorious. Okay.
But so Sasaki and Miyano is about 2 high school boys, more or less. One really likes boys love manga, and if you do not know what boys love manga is, or manga or anime, they are stories revolving around 2 male/male presenting characters that fall in love. They can be extremely wholesome and sweet and pure, and they can be not safe for work. And there is a whole miniature culture around this fandom. It's got it's got vocabulary and all kinds of things. Fujoshi and Fudanshi, I think, are the 2. But so this one boy loves boys love, but it's a hobby of his. Like, he's really, really into it, and he meets Miyano, I believe.
Nope, other way around.
Yeah, other way. Yep.
That makes so much more sense. Guys, I'm bad with names. So Miyano meets Sasaki, and Sasaki doesn't really care about boys love manga, but he does care about Miyano. And Miyano introduces him to the BL world, and it's this very slow burn, slice of life, romance. It's beautiful.
It's very good. Why is Miyano so cute?
He's so good. Actually, I think Sasaki's cuter.
I think look. Okay, because I go both ways. I want to put Miyano in a bubble and take care of him.
Yes.
And then I want Sasaki to take care of me.
Also valid.
So.
And see, then there's me, and I want to just take care of both of them. They both need to be in the bubble of Protect.
Yes, but I mean, yes, you're right. Look, aesthetically, I want Sasaki to take care of me. But emotionally, 100%, Sasaki needs to be put into a bubble and just little head pats and okay, you're safe now.
It is very good. Not super heavy on a plot. Episodes are kind of more episodic almost.
It is very slice of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is, I keep saying it's not a genre that I really enjoy, but when it is set up like this, it is absolutely a genre I really enjoy.
It's very good.
What is your 1/2 sentence?
Summary? No, it's very simple. It's am I gay?
That's 1 sentence.
Well, originally there was more to it, but I feel like that might actually lead into more spoilery things. But yeah, it's mostly wait, am I gay?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good 1 sentence summary of this show.
Yeah.
Spoilers, probably.
Yes. Another one in one of my notes. Actually, this recurs throughout my notes in each episode. It's like, of course I'm joking, unless you're down.
I like with shows like this. It's almost never a matter of will they. It's a matter of when will they.
Yeah.
Get together.
Or how will they?
Yeah. The story is of their romance, and I think that's one of the reasons I love it so much.
It's very, very cute.
One of my favorite bits is how Sasaki just reacts in general. Like, there's one scene, I'm not going to say too much about it, but he receives a gift from Miyano. And he just, like, implodes into a puddle of adorability.
It's their names are backwards again, but yeah.
Are they?
No, I know which one she's talking about.
Okay, to be fair, that happens to both of them.
It does happen.
It does,
yes.
but this is, I think this is specifically in the first.
Implodes into more of a puddle.
Oh wait, nope, I know the my heart thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Like, it's just like the best description I have for a show like this is how pure it is, and I'm enjoying watching one character be in love, another character hopefully falling in love, and along the way, honestly, a lot of their side characters, a lot of their friends are getting more personality than I expected them to get.
Yes. Oh my god, Hirano is so protective. Jesus.
Considering one of the first instances we have of him is just bonking Sasaki.
Yes. Yes, and like every time they interact too, like he's very protective over Miyano, even though he obviously thinks that Sasuke's a perfectly fine guy. Like he's still like, Miyano, get behind me.
Are you bothered by this hooligan?
Yes. If you are bothered, I'll take care of things. If you're not bothered, then go ahead.
Meanwhile, Miyano is like, so have you kissed your roommate yet?
One thing I will point out that like it's kind of briefly brought up, but everyone's very accepting of like if this is gonna be a thing, that's fine.
Yeah.
They see
the other friend. What was the other friend's name?
Oh, he literally had like 2 lines with his name in it. Hold on.
Whatever
Ogasawara?
his name is. What's that?
Ogasawara?
Sure.
That sounds...
the one with the glasses. There we go.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Kurosawa.
No, I'm thinking of a different friend.
Sure. So that one, like, he obviously is like, you got my blessing.
Just dude, you're gay. It's okay. It's fine. Literally everyone knows except for you.
Yeah.
And then there's another character who has a problem with the BL stories, but does not have a problem with homosexual relationships, which I find hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's got a problem because his girlfriend is obsessed with them.
She's a little weird. I will admit that. I want to meet this
Apparently
girlfriend
it
of
is a
his.
consistent thing in that culture. From what I understand, it does happen a lot. Not that I know anything about that culture.
But I will also say that I love how emotional that specific character is. Like, he is seen openly being upset and crying about his relationships on multiple different scenes. Yes, it's meant for almost comedic relief, but his friends don't make fun of him for being upset or for crying.
Yes. And Sasuke doesn't get angry at him either. Like, what do you mean you have a problem with me liking BL? You got a problem? You got a problem, bro? No, he doesn't do that. It's just like, why do you have a problem? That's too bad that you have a problem. It's not my problem.
Sasuke and the protagonist from My Dress Up Darling are like the same vibe.
Oof, yeah.
Like, I like what I like. What's...
Oh my.
Hey, it's very good. Go watch it.
Yes.
It is. Oh my god.
I feel like we've had like... Huh?
I was just gonna say, I have a recurring note throughout each episode.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just gonna read all of them, because this was my middle school life.
Oh, no.
Yes. So, obviously, Miyano is Sasuke's dealer. We've talked about dealers before.
Oh, yep, definitely.
So this is word for word what I have in my comments. Oh, you're the dealer! Had a dealer. I fell in love with her, too. This dealer was his first gay crush too. An indirect kiss? Oh god, I remember sharing a drink for the first time with my dealer. Let's see.
For the record, if nobody has seen episode Dealer, what she is talking about, or episode 0, what she is talking about by dealer is the person who first introduced her to gay manga.
Well, to manga in general, manga and anime. She was the person that I borrowed a manga and anime from because I didn't have a way to buy that stuff in middle school.
It's the friend you borrowed manga from and you were like, hey, do you have the next volume?
Yep.
I need the next one.
Yep.
I've got a story about that after you finish, Yami.
I'm pretty much finished. The rest is I do have a couple more comments. Opening as a bopper. I like it.
Yes.
Did you notice the inside shoes for everybody? Are they color coded for year?
I didn't notice that. I'll have to go back
It looks
and look.
like it.
Yeah. I noticed red and blue at least. I haven't noticed a third color. But yeah.
Oh, I liked that they're allowed to have their hair strange colors. They're just informed that they need to dye it back for graduation photos.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Or
don't just get a talking to.
Yeah, but it's not like you're going to get kicked out of school if you don't have black hair. Like, I like that.
But dang, if Miyano wants him to dye his hair, he's gonna dye it tomorrow.
He'll take Miyano to the dye shop.
It honestly wasn't even something I really even thought about. I was just like, yeah, he's got orange hair, whatever. And then it was you dye your hair blonde? Oh. And your boyfriend told you your hair's damaged, huh?
Yes. But no, that's a good thing to point out. I mean, it takes a lot to bleach that black hair, and it would get damaged if you're not taking good care of it.
I half expected though, when the conversation came up, for Sasuke to be like, "But this is my normal hair color."
This is my natural hair color. You want me to prove it to you?
Okay, we're not in Fruits Basket.
You people in your Fruits Baskets.
But semi-related, talking about manga dealers. So my introduction to boys love anime manga was Gravitation, and a friend of mine was lending me Gravitation through her then boyfriend. So he owned them. He would give them to her. She would give them to me. She then decided we needed to interact, but we couldn't date because she was dating him. And then she ended up breaking up with him. And then 2 years after that, he and I actually started dating. So I too got a crush on my yaoi dealer from school. But when it came to, that was middle school. Once we hit high school, I was the manga dealer.
Yeah.
And I would buy a manga. I would go to Barnes & Noble. I would buy volume 1, read volume 2, and then buy I would read volumes 1 and 2, and then buy volumes 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so my friends were very confused plot-wise.
It's very wholesome. It's very cute. It feels very. What's the word for this? I don't have the word for it, but it's good.
It's baby's first love, and I am enjoying the ride.
Yes, and they're both baby.
They are both baby.
Also, as someone whose primary love language is touch, yeah, I feel that, Sasuke. I feel that a lot.
And it's interesting, right? Because this is very, very much more heavily a romance than My Dress Up Darling is, but I would argue that it has more purity to it than My Dress. It's more romantic and less, huh?
Yes, My Dress Up Darling is about this girl's obsession with cosplay and this boy bringing her obsession to life. And in the midst of that, there's going to be a relationship forming.
Hopefully.
Sasuke and Miyano is, oh god, it's about Sasuke falling head over heels for Miyano, and hopefully Miyano reciprocating.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, sweet.
Aren't they so pure babies?
Yes.
It's very good. Please watch. If you're into
Also,
this.
Sasuke has a cute little fang.
He does.
It changes sides.
Yeah, it does.
So I would you say that this would be a good introduction anime for someone who maybe you're interested in BL anime or manga, but you're not sure if it's for you or not?
Sure.
Probably.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's wholesome, it's sweet, yeah.
I do also want to make, just as a side note, that boys love, well, that includes yaoi, is not exclusively yaoi.
Yes.
No. Yaoi is the explicit version, versus Shonen Ai, which is the more tame version, and all of them are encapsulated in BL.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very good. It's very wholesome. If you're even remotely interested in this kind of stuff, it's worth at least watching the first 3.
Absolutely.
I think it is very fair to say that Sasaki and Miyano pass the vibe check.
Absolutely.
Just a bit.
I have.
Yes.
I have one more comment.
Yes.
So they talk about a particular manga. It's a BL detective story. Is it supposed to be a parody of Fake?
A Fake?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with it.
Because that was also a BL detective story.
Oh.
Yeah. I have several volumes. I've never finished it.
I feel like BL anime and manga could be its own entire episode, if I'm completely honest.
Look, I'll talk about Grism Gravitation.
I honestly
Some
don't know
lost
that
boys.
much about the genre. Like, yeah, I am obviously invested in this concept, but I've never really like looked into it from manga standpoint.
Then it definitely sounds like
Or anime.
it needs to be an episode.
I mean, yes, give me more.
What?
I remember in middle school, I remember my friend said something about how culturally BL is viewed in terms of girls. That it is, at least in the Japanese otaku area, that it's considered a safe way for young girls to explore things because nothing's happening to the girls. It's the guys with the guys.
Wait a minute.
Of course, this is middle school. My best friend, my dealer, telling me these things.
Okay, because like
yeah.
I'm like,
Sauce.
Like, is that true? I don't know. Is that appropriate? Heck no, most of the time.
especially since like that feels kind of sexist a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
But
like, no. We can't have them reading about men and women doing things together. But it's okay if they're reading about men doing things together because, girls shouldn't be thinking about that kind of stuff.
So how does the how does the culture then view Yuri?
Well, then that's okay too because they're not going to get pregnant.
I wonder if that information is horribly dated.
Probably.
Again, middle school. It's been a long time ago.
Probably.
No offense to your friend, but I'm gonna call at least dated, if not shenanigans.
I mean, it could be both. It could be a real thing that was back then, but was also shenanigans. I mean, but yeah, this again. This was middle school. Me and my best friend. Yeah.
Have we summed up Sasuke Miyano?
I'd say we have, yeah. And it definitely passes the vibe check. Unfortunately, this one is not on Crunchyroll, but it can be found on Funimation.
Yes. And it does have, like, I think the first episode was dubbed.
Actually, I've got it pulled up right now. Let me look.
I watched it all subbed, so.
Yep, the first episode.
I watched the first episode in the dub.
The first episode is dubbed. As of right now, nothing else is dubbed, which makes me the sad. That being,
it was good. It was fine.
That being said, I do think we are going to move on a little bit into our closing because we kind of talked about everything we're here to talk about. Wouldn't you guys say?
Yeah, we covered everything pretty well.
Yeah.
I could have given more attention to Strongest Sage. I'm sorry, folks. I'll pick better next time, I swear.
You're good.
Time to find out if you have. So you guys,
what are we doing next time, by the way, Luulu?
Well, there was a little teeny tiny bit of a spoiler when my first fan art video ran out and you guys saw what I was working on live.
No.
But the theme for next episode, for episode 2, is going to be, did anime from our childhood hold up the test of time? Does it still pass the vibe check? The 3-episode vibe check? Just like with this one, there will be 3 episodes, or there will be 3 anime. Each of us is going to choose one. We will watch the first 3 episodes of all 3, and then we will gather like the weebs we are and talk about them.
Yes.
I want to do something a little different for this one, though, in that I want to kind of do a small summary of what each one is as well. Like, not
right
like...
now, or?
Just like a little, like, if you could condense it into a sentence or 3, what is this about? Like, why are you choosing this anime? And since I've sprung this on both of you, I'll go first. My anime is going to be Tenchi Muyo, and these are on the screen. So mine is going to be Tenchi Muyo. Some would almost consider it to be the original harem anime, at least for the US, because it came out on, I think, first Toonami and later Adult Swim. It is about a human boy who suddenly finds himself surrounded by powerful alien women, and I love it. So Tenchi Muyo is going to be mine.
Alright. I'm choosing Inuyasha. It's about a teenage girl who gets a dog.
That is technically correct.
The best form of correct.
I'm sorry. She travels back into feudal Japan and gets a dog.
Again, yep, technically correct.
Time travel.
You want to add anything else?
Isekai.
No, that's it. That's
with dogs.
That's it.
Maybe that's what we should have done. Like, describe it in the worst possible way. Human boy meets powerful
hot women.
Hot
alien women.
Aliens.
I feel like you could have just wrote strong women.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. You'll understand when you watch it. And Outlaw Star. Let's go.
Yes, what is Outlaw Star about?
Outlaw Star. It's Cowboy Bebop, but it's not Cowboy Bebop, and there's magic.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Cowboy Bebop meets Firefly.
Okay.
Sure, I didn't use that word at all, but alright, throw it in there.
Am I wrong, though?
Yes, but no.
Have you seen Firefly?
Yes, of course I've seen Firefly.
Then you should know it's basically the same show.
Again, it is, but it's not. But we'll get into that next time.
So, yeah, thank you guys so much for putting up with us throughout this episode. And signing off, I am Luulu Soul. Again, I am a digital illustrator. I stream a lot of my art on Twitch, and I also play games.
Yami Brick. I also stream on Twitch with games, D&D, and art.
I am Hatter. I play video games. I watch anime, and I am a shark with a top hat.
Yee.
And we would all like to tell you, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.